So Vanguard on Warzone Season 4 has just launched, and in the game, weapons have a lot of levels you need to get through, so today I'm going to be showing the fastest ways to level up your guns by getting more weapon XP in Season 4 of Warzone and Vanguard. I'm going to cover the fastest ways to level up your weapons in Vanguard Multiplayer and Zombies, and then Warzone, and then the best weapon XP boost as well. And then finally we'll talk about which game mode is best overall, so stay tuned as you don't want to miss out on any important tips, but if you do want to jump to a specific part of the video, there will be timestamps in the description, so feel free to check them out. I'll have playlists and videos for like camera guides, best class setups, tips and tricks videos, a video on how to level up the battle pass fast, and lots more, so check them out via the links in the description and a card on screen. I'm also doing a COD Points Giveaway once I get to 30,000 subscribers, so if you're interested in that, the rules are in the description. Without further ado though, let's get into the tips. So a few months ago, Sledgehammer Games gave weapon XP earn rate a 20% boost across multiplayer and zombies, so it should make it a bit easier if you haven't played for a while, but there are lots of other tips we'll talk about as well, just something to bear in mind though. So first we'll talk about Vanguard Multiplayer. The best game modes are ones with more enemies, fast pace and lots of potential kills, so things like Shipment, Das Haus and so on. There'll be other maps as well that have come in, but those are kind of the main ones. Hardcore is especially good, you know, like Hardcore Ship House 24/7, as there's loads of enemies who have very low health, they die easily, so you can get lots of kills. It's really easy to get those kills in fast and getting a lot of weapon XP. If these aren't available, then choose other close quarters combat, mosh pit modes, or generic modes like Kill Confirm, Domination, TDM, Patrol, Free For All, those kind of ones. Champion Hill used to be amazing. It's not great anymore unless you're trying to level up weapons that are specifically in that mode, because they only give you a select amount. It can be okay, but not the best for most settings. Combat pacing is something important to talk about as well, so I'm sure you guys will know about it, but basically tactical is the lowest, so you get less enemies, assault is the medium, and blitz is the most. A while ago they changed the XP earn rates so that tactical gives slightly more weapon XP per kill, and both assault and blitz give the exact same amount. So if you can play well in blitz, do that, because you get the same amount of XP as assault, but you get the most enemies, so you're going to be coming across more people to kill. If you're finding it too difficult, you're struggling, you're dying a lot, then go to assault. I wouldn't really recommend tactical unless you're really struggling. In terms of the best maps, Das Haus, Shipment and Radar are probably the best right now, as they're small, fast-paced maps. There's other ones as well. I think there's a new one coming in later on in Season 4. Other good maps are ones like Castle, Hotel Royale, Dome, etc. Any small new DLC maps. They've brought in the US Texas sort of remake one. I don't think it'll be that great, but maybe it will be. If it's your kind of thing, give that a go. Other sources of weapon XP are things like getting assists, destroying enemy equipment, score streaks, field upgrades, that kind of thing. And then just generally try to scout out enemies, make use of UAVs, minimap, footsteps and noises to try and find where enemies are and hunt them down. So that's pretty much it for Vanguard Multiplayer. Pretty standard. Now let's talk about zombies. So we've got the new Shinonuma map. That's actually pretty good for weapon XP. All I would say is if you're doing that, just make sure that you get through the early rounds as fast as possible, because the first few rounds are quite slow, so quickly just stay in that hut, get kills for the first few rounds, rack up some points, then you can open doors and start spreading out further. Otherwise, if you do that earlier on, it will take ages for the zombies to get to you. You do get more XP per kill compared to the other modes like the Durafang and Terra Maledicta, but obviously there's no sort of objectives to go for as such as there were with the other maps, so it's more about just getting kills. You want to rack through the rounds as fast as possible, obviously. So yeah, just get through the early rounds, rack up some points, pack a punch your weapon, open the map, that kind of thing, and just you want to just grind through the rounds. Unfortunately, there's no kind of special tips I'm aware of at the moment. If I come across anything, I'll let you guys know, but that's pretty much it for the new Shinonuma map. We'll talk later on about which one is better, that or the other ones. So next we've got Durangfang or Terra Maledicta maps. Just as a note in general for zombies, critical hit, so headshot kills, and melee kills no longer give you a bonus amount of weapon XP, so it doesn't matter if you shoot them or melee them or whatever, they'll all give you the same weapon XP, so it doesn't matter how you kill them. Most of the weapon XP in the Durangfang and Terra Maledicta maps comes from completing objectives, but a small amount will come from zombies on the map. So the best kind of method in generally for weapon XP is you want to spawn in, initiate a blitz objective or a transmit objective, either of those two, but probably blitz start off with. Activate the blitz portal. While you're waiting for that to load up, kill some zombies in the spawn area. That gives you a small amount of XP without kind of wasting time going to kill them all, because they don't give you a lot of XP, they just give you a little bit, and while you're waiting to teleport there's absolutely nothing you can do, so do that. If you're in a blitz, kill as many zombies as you can, obviously in the first objective before the 1 minute timer runs out. Kind of go to the purple barriers, make sure you can kill the zombies around the edge of the map that you're not actually seeing at that point. Use your minimap, find where they are, reload when it's sensible, get a mixture of melee kills if they're close to you or sort of long shots if they're further away, and once you complete the first objective, go back to the spawn area, look for another blitz objective, complete it if it's available, or otherwise you can do transmit or something like that. Again, while you're waiting to teleport, kill any zombies in the spawn area, just give you a little bit of a boost, not a massive one, but it's better than nothing. And then sort of, yeah, after that it might be better to switch more to transit modes, just because they complete it faster, but obviously try and get some kills along the way as well in that transit mode. Purge and Harvest are generally the worst ones, and Sacrifice is pretty terrible too, so try and avoid those if you can. Purge is one of the worst instead of Sacrifice, so I'd say Blitz or Transmit is the best. Try and go for those. Don't waste your time using Covenant upgrades and stuff, and probably not Pack a Punch unless you're really quick, but it could be worth picking up any perks you come across just to make things a little bit easier. I don't know if this changed too much, but I would say on round 6 you can go for another objective, but it will take longer and zombies will have more health, so it's probably best to just kind of get some more kills in the starting area and then exfil if you want, or literally just finish the game and then kind of restart. Unfortunately, if you stay in the match too long, zombie kills are harder, things take longer and you don't get much back from it. So that's kind of my suggestions for those two maps. That's it for Vanguard. Now let's talk about Warzone. So for Warzone, you want to get as many kills as you can with the weapons in the pre-game lobby, especially plunder as you get a custom loadout, as these count towards your weapon levels, so don't miss out on those. Get as many kills as you can in the pre-game lobby. You want to equip the Pointsman perk, as you can earn more money for completing missions, but it also gives you extra XP, weapon XP, etc. It's only really effective for BR and not plunder, as the main effect is to start the contract streak, as if you already did one for a 40% bonus, but obviously in plunder there isn't that contract bonus. So yeah, it's only effective for sort of Vanguard, Royale and BR, and obviously the new Rebirth and the new Fortunes Keep mode as well. The benefits of this perk, it does stack, so if you've got 3 other teammates, you'll start with 120% weapon XP bonus just for equipping that perk, so it's definitely useful. The best mode probably at the moment is plunder, or at the moment it's actually golden plunder, which is where you have to get 5 million rather than 2 million. This is because you get infinite lives, custom loadouts, no gas cloud, an overtime bonus, and obviously if you're playing this limited time golden plunder, it lasts longer as well, so quite handy. Definitely go for that mode. If you're doing it, sort of grab a helicopter or a fast vehicle, an ATV, quad bike, something like that, go around the map and collect as many contracts as you can. Top secret's the best. Supply run recons are alright. Big game bounties are pretty good too, actually, so go for those. Weapon XP earn rates, things like scavenger recon, supply run, they're all 500 weapon XP. Most wanted, bounty, big game bounty and contraband are 750. Top secret's 750, so it's pretty good, and it can be something as simple as a recon or something like that, so it's really good actually to go for that. And other things are things like big game bounty poached, so someone kills the person you need to kill, it's 250 if it's big game bounty, or if it's a normal bounty, poached is 150. Finally, for reference, a kill is 275 and a team wipe kill is 450, so things like that. Yeah, top secret is pretty good. Like I say, offers a random contract of supply run, scavenger, bounty, recon, most wanted. It's more risky but offers more weapon XP than the standard contract of 7, and it gives you 750 weapon XP for it, so you might as well. Big game bounties are new, so have a go on those. You basically have to attempt to take down the better players. You'll get 750 weapon XP for this. I'd recommend having stocked up on ammo, armor, picked up a UAV to help you find the enemy, that kind of thing. Supply runs are quickest and easiest, but obviously you get 500 weapon XP, so if you've got an ATV or something, you can quickly go around bashing those out. Alternatively, recon contracts are alright as well, like I say. And don't forget, the overtime offers a 1.5 times bonus to money, XP, weapon XP earned from contracts. Lasts about 3 minutes, so try to get at least 1 to 2 big contracts done near the end of the game during overtime, because it gives you 50% extra weapon XP literally just for doing the same contract. It also accounts for picking up money and stuff like that as well, but obviously that's not relevant for weapon XP. And when the game's almost finished, if you don't have time to complete another contract, then quickly pick up a bounty or a big game bounty. Sometimes I think still it counts that if the player you were trying to hunt leaves before you after the game finishes, that currently counts as a bounty poach, offering you 150 to 250 additional weapon XP just for doing nothing. And yeah, don't forget, it's often good just to pick up sort of bounties or big game bounties if there's no other contract you can do anyway, because sometimes either your teammates will be able to get them or someone else will kill them and they'll just be poached and you'll get weapon XP for doing nothing. So if there's no other contracts you can do, at least try and pick up a bounty or a big game bounty, because there's a good chance you'll get some weapon XP for that. The more contracts you complete, obviously the bigger the bonus and the more weapon XP you earn each time, so quickly do as many contracts as you can in a match and use a fast vehicle like a helo, ATV, that kind of thing. And obviously don't forget to use the new travel system as well, that can let you teleport between areas quite fast. Well, not teleport, but basically teleport, so that's really good. Make use of that transport system. Be sure to kill as many enemies as you see along the way, so you could drop into high float area like airfields, capital peak, etc. They've also just added storage town from Verdansk. They've added that into Caldera, so you could definitely make use of that now. A lot of people will be dropping there, so if you want to get some kills there, definitely make use of that. And I say it's also best to play with teammates, as that way they can help you get contracts done faster or do contracts for you, allowing you to earn the weapon XP rewards too, whilst you're going for kills to effectively double the amount of weapon XP earned each time, excluding the other tips I mentioned. So definitely worth playing with teammates if you can. That's kind of plunder. The other mode is Rebirth, or recently they've taken it out and put Fortunes Keep in, so I think it will switch between the two. This is great as it's a small map, fast paced, more gunfights. It's similar strategy to BR or plunder, and when the double weapon XP is active in Warzone, activating a double weapon XP token alongside the event will effectively allow you to quadruple the weapon XP. It's kind of a glitch, so when double weapon XP is active, play Rebirth or Fortunes Keep and complete as many contracts and get as many kills as you can, because it's sort of a limited time, a glitch that's around for a limited time every time they put double weapon XP in the game. Don't forget to use the Pointsman perk too to increase the weapon XP per contract as well. Other sources of weapon XP, getting assists, destroying equipment, field upgrade, etc. and yeah, just finding enemies to kill them. So that's kind of everything for Rebirth and Plunder. We've also got a weapon XP boost, we're going to talk about that. This is for Warzone and Vanguard. So firstly, certain operators will have favourite weapons, and if you use that weapon with that operator, you get a weapon XP boost. So Daniel's favourite weapon is the M1 Garand, Roland's favourite weapon is STG-44, etc. Some of the new operators will also have their favourite weapon being the new weapon release. So there's a new gun that's come out, there will be an operator that you have to buy that can basically let you level it up faster. It's a small bonus, it's not massive, but it's worth, if you've got it or you're going to get it anyway, great, but don't buy it just for that, it's not worth it. But for the older guns that were originally in the game, quite a lot of them have operators that link with that weapon, so it's definitely worth making use of that. Equip the surplus kit attachment for all Vanguard weapons, and that allows you to get additional XP per kill. It's a 20% boost, which is really good. Playing with a clan member gives you another 10% weapon XP boost. Double weapon XP weekends are common, make use of those. Double weapon XP tokens, you should have a lot of those, but you can get them from PlayStation packs, certain bundles in the store, leveling up the battle pass, certain tiers, that kind of thing. If you're on PlayStation, you also if you play with a teammate, you get a 25% bonus, so pair that with the other tip, it allows you to level up really fast. In terms of which mode is currently best, overall I think currently multiplayer Warzone are the best modes for most scenarios, as you can use your favourite operators, surplus attachment, clan weapon XP, etc. But zombies XP earn rates are pretty good, and it's fairly consistent from game to game, it's more chill. So if you want a sort of more relaxed but fairly consistent amount of weapon XP, play zombies, especially the new map's pretty good. In terms of whether it's the sort of new map or the objective, I think the objective can be slightly better if you're really efficient, but to be honest, when you think about it, the other side of things is that you have to keep backing out of the match and starting again. That wastes a lot of time. So I think overall, the new best zombies method is just play Shino Numa and just play for high rounds, get through the lower rounds as fast as possible. That's kind of the best strategy, and it's going to be fairly consistent from game to game, and it's probably more fun than playing the silly objective-based maps. If you want to play the objective-based maps, they're probably better XP in the shorter term, but in the bigger picture, obviously, you've got to keep backing out the match and so on, and that kind of wastes time. So zombies is more consistent. Multiplayer and Warzone can be slightly better, but obviously players a lot more sweaty, and it can be difficult. Sometimes you do better, sometimes you do worse. So if you want more consistent, zombies is for you. If you want to do better sort of each time and you want to play sort of with a lot of challenge each time, Warzone and multiplayer are fine. Zombies can also be good to do just while you're doing something else, like listen to music, watch TV, something like that. If you're struggling to get some of the more difficult weapons leveled up in multiplayer, or if you struggle to get kills in general, definitely head into zombies to try level up faster to get some good attachments to start playing in multiplayer, because that can help too. These are the fastest ways to level up your guns currently in Vanguard and Warzone Season 4. If you found these tips helpful, leaving a like on the video would be much appreciated so that other people can find the video too. Make sure you check out my Season 4 guide on how to level up the battle pass fast in Warzone and Vanguard, and as previously mentioned, I'm also making tons of other useful multiplayer zombies and Warzone guides for Season 4. If any of this sounds good to you guys, hitting the subscribe button would be greatly appreciated, and click the bell icon next to it to turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming Warzone or Vanguard videos. Thank you all so much for watching the video, and hopefully I'll see you all on the next one.